So today we're going to take a look at computed properties in Swift and how they work. And we're going to do this by creating a very simple GoalTracker class. And all this is going to do is track our progress through something. So it could be something like how many miles or kilometers we've run, or how many books we've read or pages we've read in a book. So it's going to be very simple. So let's first create a class called GoalTracker, and this is going to be our GoalTracker class. It doesn't inherit anything. And then we're going to create a variable property called goal that's a type double, and we're going to initialize it to 0. Next, we're going to create another variable property. Let's call it units completed. It's also going to be a double, and it's also going to be initialized to 0. And then finally, our last property is going to be one called units left. Now, it's also going to be a double, but instead of initializing it to 0, we're going to put these curly braces and show that this is now a read-only computed property. Now, the way read-only computed properties work, all we have to do is return an instance of the double type that we declared earlier. In this case, to determine units left, all we need to do is return the goal minus the units completed. So in this case, we're going to just return goal minus the units completed. And that's it. That's all we need for our read-only computed property. Now if we go down, and now we can check this by declaring a variable called GoalTracker, and then we'll just initialize a GoalTracker, and then we'll take our GoalTracker variable and set our goal property. In this case, we'll set it to 20. Now if we take our GoalTracker and we set our units completed property to 5, and then we can print our GoalTracker units left property by going GoalTracker.unitsLeft and see that it's equal to 15. But what if we wanted to go further? What if we wanted to set what our units left is and determine what our units completed is? Well, we can do that. And we can do that by reformatting this computed property. First, we're going to declare a get function on the computed property, which just is the getter for the computed property. Every computed property can have a get and a setter. In this case, then we'll declare the setter, which takes a parameter called new units left. Now this parameter is provided by Swift when we declare a setter on a computed property. So all it does is prepend a new to the front of whatever property we've declared. So in this case, it's just new units left. And then given our new units left, to determine the units completed, all we do is take units completed. Oh, just a problem with Xcode. We'll just ignore that. And then we set equal to the goal minus the new units left parameter. And that's it. Now we can determine our units completed from our new units left. So if we go down here and we change units completed to units left, and then we get our units completed, you can see that we can now determine our units completed from our units left. If we change that to 8.3 now, you can see that it's updating as well. Now Xcode is throwing an error. We can just ignore this. Sometimes Xcode will throw some odd errors, but we can just ignore this in this case. We'll just print it again, so this error will go away. So if we take our GoalTracker and our units completed, you can see it's updating again without the error. But let's say we wanted to take this one step further and we wanted to find out how much we've completed as a percentage. How would we do that? Well, we can do that by declaring another computed property on our GoalTracker class. So let's go up and declare a variable property called percentage completed. And this is going to be a double as well. It's going to be a computed property, and we're going to use a get and a set. So in this case, we'll declare this get first. And to determine the percentage completed, all we need to do is return the goal, or I'm sorry, the units completed divided by the goal. In this case, we also want to format our percentage completed because both goals and units completed will result in a decimal. So if we multiply it by 100, we'll get a whole percentage, something that's formatted to something you might see as a user. So we'll just multiply that by 100. Then in our set, we're going to, of course, pass in the new percentage completed parameter that's provided by Swift. And then to set a new percentage completed, what we'll do is we're going to set the units completed equal to the goal times the new percentage completed divided by 100. This will allow us to input the percentage completed as a whole number instead of having to input it as a decimal. So now if we go down and we can check this, we'll just go ahead and remove or change this line. There's a couple lines down here. So if we wanted to see how much we had completed, if we had 8.3 units left, you see it's 58.5. And if we wanted to see how much, if we pass in our units completed, you can see that the percentage is 50%. And we can change this to, say, 1.2, and it's 6%. So our percentage completed is working as intended. Now if we wanted to check our setter, we just take our percentage completed property and we set it equal to something like 12.3, and then say we wanted to find out the units completed. You can see that 12.3% we'd have 2.46, and then the units left would be 17.54. So this is how computed properties work in Swift, and this is how we can use the getters and the setters on a computed property to do a lot of different things. So thank you for checking out my video. If you'd like to learn more, be sure to check my website for additional videos and content that I'll be releasing there. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.